What did your school actually teach you about money? Did you ever take a class on investing, credit, or managing your finances? Or were most of your courses simply requirements you had to complete to graduate? For many people, school subjects felt disconnected from real life. The longer we spend in the real world, the more we realize how little traditional education prepares us for handling money. Society tells us to get educated, land a good job, and everything will work out. But the truth is, financial success requires knowledge most schools never teach. Personal finance is the foundation behind many success stories. And to help you avoid learning everything the hard way, we've put together 10 essential money rules that can completely change your financial future. So grab a notebook, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's dive into the top 10 personal finance lessons you probably never learned in school. Number 10. Buying your first home. You've probably heard that you need a 20% down payment before buying a house. Otherwise, you'll end up paying private mortgage insurance, which increases your monthly costs. But here's what people rarely explain. Waiting years to save that full 20% may not always be the smartest move. A good rule to follow is this: if you can comfortably save the 20% within a few years, great. But if it will take much longer, you may end up chasing a target that keeps moving farther away. Number 9. Save more than you think. Many financial experts recommend saving 10% of your income. And while that's a decent starting point, it usually isn't enough for long-term financial freedom. For most people, saving somewhere between 25% and 40% of their income creates much stronger financial security over time. The key is reducing unnecessary spending. Small daily expenses can quietly drain your finances. That daily coffee and used subscription or impulse purchase could instead be growing in a savings or investment account. The earlier you build strong saving habits, the easier wealth creation becomes. Number 8. Build an emergency fund. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make is living without a safety net. Studies show that many people struggle to cover even a small emergency expense. But life is unpredictable. Losing a job, facing medical bills, or handling unexpected repairs can happen to anyone. That's why having an emergency fund is critical. A solid goal is saving enough money to cover at least 6 months of living expenses. And honestly, the more you can set aside, the better protected you'll be. Financial stability isn't just about making money. It's about being prepared when life goes wrong. Number 7. Learn how to budget. Budgeting may not sound exciting, but it's one of the most important life skills you can develop. Without a plan for your money, it becomes very easy to overspend and fall behind financially. A good budget helps you separate needs from wants, manage bills properly, save consistently, and avoid unnecessary stress. Now, most people hate tracking every single dollar they spend. That's why a simpler strategy called tactical budgeting can help. Instead of monitoring every tiny expense daily, create a monthly or long-term financial plan. Decide how much money goes toward necessities, savings, entertainment, and future goals. Then separate those amounts into different accounts if possible. This makes it much easier to stay disciplined without obsessing over every purchase. Number 6. The power of compound interest. Compound interest is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools in existence. And the biggest advantage young people have isn't money, it's time. When you consistently invest even small amounts over many years, your money begins generating returns, and those returns begin generating even more returns. That snowball effect can become enormous over time. Here's a classic example. Imagine someone offers you 2 choices: $3,000 today, or a penny that doubles in value every day for 30 days. Most people would instantly choose the $3,000. But by the end of those 30 days, the penny would actually grow into millions. That's the power of compounding. Time matters more than most people realize. Number 5. Understanding credit. Many young adults get their first credit card and immediately misuse it, building debt they struggle to escape for years. What schools rarely teach is how important your credit score truly is. Your credit history affects your ability to buy a home, finance a car, qualify for business loans, and even secure better interest rates. One of the smartest things you can do is start building good credit early and responsibly. Getting a credit card isn't necessarily bad. In fact, using one properly and paying balances on time helps establish a positive credit history. And that leads to the second rule: always pay your bills on time. Late payments can seriously damage your financial reputation and cost you much more in the long run. Number 4. Insurance matters. If people depend on you financially, life insurance becomes extremely important. Insurance exists to protect you from financial disaster when unexpected events happen. Beyond life insurance, it's also wise to protect your health, vehicle, home, and other valuable assets. Take time to compare policies, understand coverage, and choose wisely instead of simply picking the cheapest option. The right insurance can save you from devastating financial setbacks later in life. Number 3. Understand taxes. Taxes affect nearly every financial decision you make, yet very few people are properly educated on how they work. Before accepting a job offer or starting a business, you should understand how taxes impact your actual income. Your salary on paper is not the same as your take-home pay after deductions. Understanding tax brackets, deductions, and filing basics helps you make smarter financial decisions and avoid costly mistakes. And while there are many online tools that simplify calculations, learning the fundamentals yourself is incredibly valuable. Number 2. Protect your health. Medical expenses can destroy finances incredibly fast. Without health insurance, even a simple emergency room visit can cost thousands of dollars. That's why protecting your health is both a physical and financial priority. Eat healthier foods, stay active, maintain a healthy weight, and avoid harmful habits that can lead to expensive medical problems later in life. Good health saves money, improves quality of life, and protects your future. And number 1. Student debt isn't always necessary. Many people believe massive student loans are simply part of going to college. But that's not always true. Countless graduates spend years struggling under heavy debt repayments before they can truly build their lives. There are alternative paths. Scholarships, affordable schools, community colleges, part-time work, and accelerated programs can all reduce education costs significantly. Of course, in some situations, student loans may still make sense, especially if they lead to a high-income career path. But debt should never be accepted blindly as the only option. There are many ways to achieve your goals without starting adult life financially overwhelmed. And that wraps up today's video. If you found these financial lessons helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos. We regularly share practical financial advice designed to help you build wealth, improve your mindset, and create a better future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. What did